It's me. So, as my second video, um, I decided to do a Q&A because I know that people have questions, like, who is she? Why she thinks she can tell us something? So I put a Q&A on my social media platforms, and I got a few questions back, and I'm going to read them, and I'm going to answer the questions, and I'm going to do a little elaboration. So one of the questions is, are you married? Yes, I am. I have been married for 8 years. We are a blended family. I have three, he has one, and his daughter has two daughters. And we're pretty tight knit. We've been together total for 12 years. So when we met, I had been married before. He had been married before. I had three children. He had one, and I felt like, oh my God, like he got one kid and I have three. Like, what this dude want with me? But we had some history. We knew each other from childhood, and we kind of knew a lot of the same people. We didn't necessarily run in the same circles, but we knew a lot of the same people. So when we decided to join forces, it was kind of easy because we knew everybody. We knew all the same folks. And then my children were rather small. They were kind of young. This was 12 years ago, and they are one turning 18 this year, one's turning 16, and one just turned 13. So that just kind of gives you the timeline of how long he's been around. And then his daughter was 9. And sorry, y'all, the camera went off. And don't mind those flowers. They're dead. They're from Mother's Day. So like I was saying, she was 9, and now she has two children of her own, with a 4 and a newborn. So that just kind of tells you guys our family is kind of interesting, to say the least. But I want y'all to know that it is not impossible to have a blended family. It's possible. It works. Communication, respect, and love. Those 3 things will keep you together. It will keep the family going, and you just have to respect each other. You have to genuinely love each other. That's how we're able to do it. People ask us all the time, like, how do y'all do it? And we're like, we have our days, but we stick it out, and we talk. We have family meetings. We let the kids express themselves, and we're brutally honest. Even when sometimes it's harsh, we're just really, really honest folks. Which brings me to my next question: is how many kids do you have? Yeah, so that's how many kids I have. You do the math, including my 2 Gigi babies, which that's my grandkids. But I'm no grandmother. I'm a Gigi. Okay. And that's interesting too because I'm young. My husband's a little older than me, so his daughter's older. She's old enough to be my daughter, but if I was her mother, I shouldn't have been her mother. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. My next question: are you down to network? Meeting new people. You never know who is who. I mean, it depends on the content of that question. I'm always open to meet new people because you never know, where that person can bring you or what that person can expose you to. Good only. I don't believe in the no new friends thing. I'm always open to meet new folks because, like I said, I'm transparent. I'll talk to a stranger. So meeting folks, hearing their story, helping them, influencing them. You just like this person said, you never know. So I'm open to it, just only in a positive way. My next question, someone asked me, what is your favorite designer brand? So I wouldn't say I have a favorite, but what I tend to purchase often is Calvin Klein. That's just kind of my thing. It's not overly expensive, and it's not super, super cheap. And it's nice quality, and it lasts forever. I have Calvin Klein shirts that I've had forever, shoes, purses. I just really like Calvin Klein. So my lifestyle today, I would say Calvin Klein. I mean, I have Michael Kors, I have Tory Burch, I have all different types of different brands of stuff. But if I had to pick a favorite, I would say Calvin Klein. What is your favorite place to eat? Now, you guys will learn I love me some food. And I mean, my favorite food is seafood. I love seafood, cooked in all type of different ways. My family, I'm not from Louisiana, but my parents are from Louisiana. So a lot of my roots are from Louisiana. My aunts and all of my cousins still are there. All of my sisters, my brother. I have a lot of family in Louisiana, and we travel to Louisiana often, quite often, because I love seeing my sisters and stuff. So we go out there a lot. So seafood is our thing. I can speak for the family that seafood is our thing. So Papados is my go-to. We have a little restaurant here in Houston. It's, not in the best area, but it's good food. It's called Swamp City. And I love their snow crabs. They're so good. So, yeah, that's my favorite. Next question. Who helped you through your cancer journey? My. The list goes on. There's no way I can name people. I can't. I'm talking from coworkers to strangers, church members, and of course my friends and family. Man, when I tell you people stepped up for me, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional on this video, but that was so refreshing. But someone pointed it out to me. They said, Tori, the reason why people are like that with you is because that's how you are. So y'all always remember, karma is not always a bad thing. You got good karma, you got bad karma. And, the saying, you reap what you sow. So if you sow good seeds, you will reap them when it's time, when it's necessary. So when I went through my cancer journey, I can't even find words to explain how I felt. I didn't know what was going to happen to my immediate family with my marriage. I didn't know if I was going to lose my job. I just didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to be able to handle the treatment that they had for me. Thank God I overcame because I'm here talking to you today. But I had just started a new job. And I'm going to tell that testimony on another video because it gets pretty intense. But I'm talking to people that didn't even know me. I started a new job and I came in, as a supervisor. They didn't know who I was. And I got diagnosed 2 weeks after I started. And the way those people showed up for me, it was just unbelievable. I still currently work for the same company. And I feel like I owe them my life because they were there for me. My family, my sisters, my mama, everybody. Church members, first lady, pastor. I mean, you name it, they were all there. I had me a squad, y'all. I'll tell y'all about that in another video. So yeah, that's who helped me through my journey. Everybody. And the last question I have is, how did you feel when you first got diagnosed versus when you beat breast cancer? When I first got diagnosed, fear set in. I thought that I was going to die. Period. You hear the big C and you think, oh my God. Don't mind that noise. That's my daughter in the background eating. But yeah, you hear the big C and you get panicky, you get scared. And I did. I operated in fear and fear alone. But I had someone that I had watched go through the exact same thing that I was about to go through. And she's one of my church partners. And when I tell you, she beat cancer with grace. And that was my model. Then I met another lady and I saw her just, chest out, chin up, just attacking that thing. And so that's what gave me the know-how and the skill set to know what to do. Like, okay, I didn't see her. Like, if she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. So my initial feelings was fear. And after I got over the fear, I worried. And after I worried, I tried to come up with a game plan to overcome. And then when I got into overcoming mode or stage, you know, that's when I knew that I was going to beat it. You know, if everybody else had faith in me, then why didn't I have faith in myself? So I knew I was going to beat it, and I had confidence in myself, and I mostly had confidence in God because I had a conversation with God. And I told God, I'm not ready. My kid's not ready. My husband not ready. We're not ready. So, Death Angel, you're going to have to come back later, boo. And then how I felt when I beat it, when I still think back on that, it's just like, wow, did that really happen to me? And I have women to this day, I just talked to one 2 days ago, that reach out to me, whether it's a reference from a cousin, a friend, or someone that, a friend of a friend, or just a stranger that knows me through social media, hit me up and say, hey, do you mind talking to this person? She's going through this, or she's recently diagnosed with breast cancer, and do you mind talking to her? And I drop everything for those women because I had women do it for me. And without those women, I don't know how my story would have went. I don't know how my mind would have functioned. I don't know how I would have dealt with cancer had I not seen several ones do it. So shout out to you ladies for being there and being that example for me and letting me know that I can do it. So yeah, how I felt after I beat it, praise to the Most High. You know, God never, ever left my side. I didn't lose my job. I didn't have to stop working. We didn't miss a bill. Money was coming from everywhere. So I just felt so empowered. I felt like I needed this. And, you know, it sounds crazy, like breast cancer saved your life. Like, what? Yeah, it did. You know, I changed my thought process. I changed the way I handled things. So I felt like a winner when I beat breast cancer. I felt like a winner. We ended up buying a house. I mean, things just happened for us. Things just happened. I just feel like we became closer as a family. I got closer to my sisters. You know, it just hit home. And backstory to this, my baby sister went through cancer before me. And I watched her overcome. And she was young. She was like right coming out of her teens, I believe. And she was right in the house with me. And I had to watch her go through that. And as sad as it was also, you know, gratifying to see her overcome. And if you see her now, you would be like, you had cancer? And we laughed, both of us, because we're cancer survivors. And we're like, so what cancer look like? What cancer survivors look like? Because I have to tell people, you know, I'm a cancer. They're like, what, you? Yeah. Take this shirt off. I can show you a story. It's just, yeah. But needless to say, I never looked for pity. I never looked for people to feel sorry for me. I didn't allow people to feel sorry for me because that's not something that's not how I am. I'm not about that. You know, you stand in it, you own it, and you overcome. And whatever God has for you is for you, regardless. So you might as well do it, you know, because if you don't, what? You can't wake up and say, oh, hey, I don't want to have cancer anymore. You got to go through it. You got to do it. So I owned it. I was still going out. I rocked the bald head. I went to parties, get-togethers. I went to work. I had chemo days, and I was sick sometime, and sometime I wasn't. And the days that I wasn't, I took advantage of that. You know, in the days that I was sick, I learned my body, and I learned how to just chill and be cool. So there you go. Those are the answers to those questions. I appreciate y'all for asking the questions. I appreciate y'all for even responding because I was like, what if they don't respond? And my girls was like, they gonna respond, don't worry about it, they gonna respond. So I appreciate that. I hope this helps somebody. And like I said, I got more stories to tell. I got more things to talk to y'all about, and it gets better. So I'm going to end this video by saying thank you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Bye. And I will.